Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to beautiful Legion Field in Roseburg, Oregon, as we get ready for some Southwest Conference baseball today between the Roseburg Indians and the visiting Grants Pass Cavemen. It's a Southwest Conference doubleheader for us today, and we get ready to go just a little bit earlier as we get ready for prom coming up tonight. Want to make sure everybody's ready for the big night at the high school. But tonight, the Roseburg Indians take on the Grants Pass Cavemen. More like this morning. We'll get used to the timing as we get ready for today's action. Welcome into high school baseball here on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score, and streaming with video online at 541radio.com. Today the Indians look to break out of a bit of a funk. They've lost 3 straight games in Southwest Conference play, looking to get back into the win column and remain in the chase for the Southwest Conference title. On the other side, the Grants Pass Cavemen have been making a late push in the conference schedule to try and get back in to the playoff discussion. The Cavemen right on the bubble as of right now, but they are making a charge in conference, and with the teams left on their schedule, they could have a chance of continuing to move into playoff conversation. They come in winners in their last 3 contests, including a big win over South Eugene on Tuesday. For this Roseburg team, it's not like they've been getting blown out so far in the last couple of games. They've been tight matchups, but they have not been able to finish things out. We'll see if they can do so here today. I'm Joey Kieran. Welcome into today's broadcast. For those that are maybe new to the broadcast, I want to let you know today's game is streaming with video online at 541radio.com. You can follow the action with us there, or check it out on our YouTube page where we are streaming Roseburg Sports all school year long. Head to 1490 The Score on YouTube. Give us a subscription there, follow us there, and be a part of the action with us as Roseburg Sports is on YouTube on our 1490 The Score channel. As we get ready for first pitch of today's ball game, want to let you know coming up we'll have a conversation with head coach Troy Thompson, back with the team after a brief hiatus, having to deal with some family issues. So happy to have him back with the team here today, and we'll get a chance to catch up with him and get his thoughts on what's been going on for the Roseburg Indians over the last couple of games. We'll talk more with head coach Troy Thompson when we return. This is Roseburg Baseball, streaming on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back here on more of our pregame on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score and streaming with video online at 541radio.com. Roseburg getting ready for a doubleheader at home today against Grants Pass as we have a beautiful day for some baseball and getting started a little early this morning, but we get a chance to catch up with head coach Troy Thompson back with the program. And Coach, nice to have you back here. I know you were probably keeping up with things while you were away from the team for a few games there, and not necessarily the results you wanted to get reported back to you, but when you kind of, I know, getting reports from the assistant coaches when you get back here and talk with the team, what kind of seems to be what's going on with Roseburg as you guys right now in a little bit of a funk, losing 3 games straight?
Well, that's just it. We're doing the best we can with what we had here this last week. So I was appreciative of the efforts the kids and the coaches put forth during my absence. It certainly wasn't planned and certainly not anything that we wanted to do, but at the same time it was something that I had to do family-wise, and I was fortunate to have the kids and the coaches stick with it here. Like you said, unfortunately the results weren't quite what we wanted, but you look back on those 3 games and you see a couple of one-run losses in bottom of the 6th and bottom of the 9th, a couple of walk-off type things. That tells me we played pretty hard and tells me we played pretty close. Certainly up in South Eugene against a club that's very good last Saturday. Put ourselves in position to win. Unfortunately, it just didn't happen. And the same thing on Tuesday. Battled back. I thought our kids sounded like played extremely hard and extremely competitive to give ourselves a chance to win. Unfortunately, it just didn't happen. So our kids have been good. They're excited. They had a good week of practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday into today. So they're excited to be here and excited to be playing at home, which is always nice. Mm-hmm. And we're just looking forward to the opportunity here today.
Obviously the late losses like that, games where the possibility of winning was definitely there for you guys. And closing out games, is that something you guys have to address mentality-wise? Is it just kind of the result of playing in Southwest Conference when you're on the road like that? Is it something you guys need to get these guys to mentally kind of shore up as they get into these later stages of the season?
Probably all those things. Playing on the road, like we've talked about a number of times in this league, is a tough thing to do because everybody's good and everybody enjoys playing at home. So when you got to go out and get those last 3 outs, knowing you're the visitor, that's a tough deal. Mm-hmm. And when it works, it's great, and you get those outs and you end up victorious. That's a great thing. When it doesn't work and the home team comes back, that happens too. So you got to continue to play through it, and that's the best we can do. Mentally, I think we did a good job staying with it and giving ourselves a chance to win, and it's always tough to lose games like that. So we'll need to do a better job to close out games and do those things, and hopefully our kids are aware of those things, and I think they are. They know. I mean, nobody feels worse than the team that gives up a lead late like that. Unfortunately, that was us, and we've got to continue to play through it and hopefully give ourselves a better chance to close out a ball game.
That said, the rest of the conference nobody's pulled away yet, so you guys are still right there with South Eugene, who lost to this Grants Pass team on that same night that Roseburg loses to North Medford earlier this week. So there's still a chance you guys are right there in the thick of the race of for the conference championship. Is that on anybody's mind as you guys get into these later stages?
I don't think so. We haven't talked about that at all. We've talked about continuing to try to play well and try to play better, certainly through our league schedule here. And so that goal hasn't changed. We still want to play good baseball, certainly here in May, late in the league season, and give ourselves a chance to win. And if those wins allow us to finish at the top of the league, that would be great. But we're more concerned about trying to play well a full 7 innings and give ourselves that chance to win as we get going. We've done a good job staying in our games. Like I said, you look at those games and you got a 2-run loss and 2 one-run losses. It's not like we're not out of it at any point in time. But as far as the league race goes, all those things are nice to think about. But the bottom line is you got to get it done on the field.
We saw against North Medford the return of Jonathan Stone. How much does that really kind of help complete your team with being able to have more options, getting guys like Zach or Jace back to what have been more of their normal positions at third base and having John back there at first base? What's that guy do to you guys here in the stretch run?
Well, absolutely. That's a big piece to our puzzle. He helps solidify our lineup on the defensive end and certainly on the offensive end with his presence at the plate. So getting him back is a good thing, and as he gets more games games under his belt here and a little more confidence. That'll continue to be a big piece of us right now. But yeah, it solidifies us defensively and puts guys more in their natural positions. But everybody's got issues. Every team's got injuries. Every team's got something going on. You just got to play through it.
All right. Look forward to it today as Roseburg has 2 against Grants Pass. Thanks, Coach, for the time here in the pregame.
Thank you.
That's head coach Troy Thompson as we get ready for first pitch between Roseburg and Grants Pass. We will go ahead and get in our final break of the pregame show and come back and take a look at our Supercut starting lineups to get you ready for Game 1 of today's doubleheader. A little bit of an earlier start for us here today as the team wants to make sure that everybody is ready for prom tonight. So they will do that and make sure that the guys are out of the game and ready to go in time for this evening. Today's game is brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back with starting lineups and first pitch here on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Welcome back into Legion Field, everybody, as we get ready to go for first pitch of today's ball game. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Supercut starting lineups in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. For the visiting Grants Pass Cavemen, led by head coach Kevin Schaefer in his second year. They're 11-10 on the year, 3-7 in Southwest Conference play. Their lineup will have Jed Hood, the catcher, leading things off. Kenny Sherman blasting the music over there. Jeez, Kenny. All right, back to the lineup here. Jed Hood leading things off, followed by Cade King, the pitcher. Peyton Calabro will bat third, playing at third base. Braden Bellum, the first baseman, hits in the cleanup spot, followed by Kobe Dinkle, the right fielder. Sean Tobin at shortstop hits 6, followed by Ashton Durler, the second baseman. The 8th spot goes to Matt Knight, the left fielder, and batting 9th, rounding out the starting 9, will be Andrew Medley, the center fielder for today's ball game. That is your Supercut starting lineup for the Grants Pass Cavemen. They will face off against Zach Mandera, the starter on the mound for the Roseburg baseball team.
All right, I think we're ready.
The Roseburg Indians with Zach on the mound have been very good this year. Zach comes in this season 4-2 on the year. He has pitched in 30 1/3 innings. That is the most of anybody on the team. Zach with 25 strikeouts to just 6 walks this year for the Roseburg Indians. His first pitch to Jed Hood is a swing and a miss, and we are underway in the top of the first. Game 1 of a doubleheader between Roseburg and Grants Pass. The 0-1 is taken for a strike, and Zach Mandera out to an 0-2 count. Roseburg looking to try and end a 3-game losing streak. As the 0-2 pitch from Mandera's outside, the count goes to 1-2. Roseburg looking to end that 3-game losing streak. It really could have been 4 games if not for a pitch count violation by Sheldon. It's a swing and a miss by Hood. He goes down swinging, and Zach Mandera starting it out early with a punch out to lead off the game, and that is a more well drilling strikeout. You can't afford to strike out when it comes to water for your home. Trust more well drilling, keeping Douglas County green since 1947. Call them at 541-459-4039. Up to bat, it's Cade King, who swings and misses at the first pitch from Mandera. 1 away. Nobody on base, top of the first. Much like the first at-bat, the second one goes about the same. A swing and a miss on the first pitch for King. And then a called strike for an 0-2 count. King gets a hold of one, fouls it off. And that will keep it at an 0-2 count. Hood, King, and Calabro due up for Grants Pass here in the top of the first. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. Go to a 1-2 count for Mandera. Grants Pass wearing blue tops, white numbers on the back, and the dark gray charcoal-looking trousers. This team seems to always have new uniforms every year. The 1-2, that one fouled off again by King, and he stays with the 1-2 count. They definitely are not afraid to mix up the combinations as well. Grants Pass with some, and I say it in a good manner, and interesting looks from time to time. They've got some of the old school type of jerseys with the designs. They've done a nice job putting together a good collection of jerseys down there in Grants Pass. Pitch in the dirt, count goes to 2-2 now for Cade King, today's pitcher for the Cavemen. The 2-2 pitch from Mandera just out off the edge, and the count goes full. We'll look around the rest of the diamond for Roseburg defensively here in the top of the first inning. The full count pitch, that ball in the air to center. Drifting back just a bit, Jet Black there for the catch. 2 down, and let's look around the diamond for the Roseburg Indians here in the top of the first inning. Behind the plate is Spencer Six. Over at first base, making his second game back this season, Jonathan Stone at first. Luke Van Norman at second. In the left side of the infield, Jay Stoffel at third here in game 1. And Caden Johnson at short. As a ball is going to go right to Johnson at short. Soft liner for Peyton Calabro. And that will wrap things up in the top of the first inning. In the outfield to finish it out, Mason Littlefield, Jet Black, and Doran Gillespie from left to right. A 1-2-3, top of the first inning for the Roseburg Indians defensively. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Scoreless ball game on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Back for the bottom of the first inning, the Roseburg Indians will face Cade King on the mound. Let's take a look at their batting lineup presented by Supercuts in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time. Check out styles online. Supercuts.com. Leading things off, it'll be Spencer Six, the catcher for Roseburg, followed by the shortstop, Caden Johnson. In right field, batting third, Doran Gillespie. The pitcher, Zach Mandera, hitting in the cleanup position. Jet Black will bat fifth, playing in center field. The third baseman, Jay Stoffel batting 6th, followed by first baseman Jonathan Stone. In the 8 hole is Mason Littlefield playing in left field. And rounding out the starting 9 for head coach Troy Thompson and the Roseburg Indians will be Luke Van Norman, the second baseman. Zero-zero ball game as we go to the bottom of the first. It was a 1-2-3 top of the first inning for Zach Mandera. Spencer Six will lead things off against Cade King, lefty versus righty matchup. He pops one high in the air into foul territory, left field side, and that one carries out of play. An 0-1 count to lead things off for Spencer Six. Scoreless game so far. Cade King on the mound. He is a returning all-conference selection, honorable mention last year, has signed to play baseball at Lynn Benton Community College. He fires in, and Six will foul off another pitch to go to an 0-2 count. Spencer leading things off for Roseburg, batting .300 on the season, drawing a team-high 14 walks this year. He's in an 0-2 hole here. As he takes outside, the breaking ball just misses for King. A 1-2 pitch coming up out of the windup for King, who holds the glove in front of his face. Spencer tried to call time. He won't get it. Now he pulls it down the right field side, and that's a foul ball by just a few inches. That would have been extra bases for Spencer. He led off the game against North Medford down at Jim McAbee Field in Medford on Tuesday with a double down the line, much like what we just saw there. But that one just ending foul down that right field side. Not by a lot. Had the first base umpire right on top of the line there down that first base side. The 1-2 pitch again, it's high, and the count goes to 2-2. A three-man crew here today for today's doubleheader. Out of the windup, King will rock and fire. He misses low and inside, and the count goes full. Spencer doing what he does, taking pitchers deep into counts. 3-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the first in a scoreless game. King will fire. Line drive shot. It's into center field. Extra bases. That ball bouncing good. Spencer going to try to stretch it into a double, and he's in. Line drive shot found the bit of the alley there in left center. And Spencer does not slow down at all. Rounding first, he gets into second. The ball in the outfield, we've been obviously dealing with a lot of precipitation to start out the year, and that keeps that outfield pretty soggy. It looks like it has dried out nicely. That ball was racing through the outfield grass, and that helps Spencer get in with a double, leading things off in the game for Roseburg. Coming up to bat is Caden Johnson. He was squaring to bunt, but he pulls back as he takes outside. Johnson, his only hit of the game against North Medford on Tuesday was a bunt that he tried to lay down for a sack, but ended up getting on, beating it out for an infield single. He tries to square and bunt there, and he cannot connect. Thank you very much, Mike. The Lions Den is open, folks, and it's looking good. Good to see the Friars open.
Well, I doctored your hamburger, so.
We'll have to, the surprise anticipation's got me wondering what's going to happen here. Throw back to second. The ball gets into center field. Spencer will stay at second base. At the plate, it's a 1-1 count for Caden Johnson. Leadoff double for Spencer. Has him in scoring position as Roseburg tries to take the early lead against Grants Pass. Squaring early, Johnson waiting for the pitch. He'll put it down, goes to the mound. Fielding, the throw to first is low, but it's picked up by second baseman Ashton Durler. Cade King's throw kind of handcuffed him over there at first, but a sacrifice bunt moves Spencer Six up to third base. He was running early, and Cade King didn't even give him a look. One down, a man at third. And up to bat will be Doran Gillespie. First pitch is in the dirt behind the plate. Jet Hood knocking it down. Told him down in the Lions Den I hadn't eaten breakfast today. I forgot to grab something. So they grateful from my side. They offered to bring me up a hamburger. I greatly appreciate it. 2-0 count here for Doran Gillespie, but now it's going to sit here and tempt me until we get to a commercial break to be able to eat something. 2-0 the count. Doran Gillespie at the plate. He's got 7 RBI this season, looking to add to it as he takes outside on a 3-0 count. Doran batting .280 on the year. At third base, Spencer 6. Roseburg in a scoreless game trying to strike first. A 3-0 pitch here for Gillespie. King fires a strike in. Gillespie got the lower half of the body, timing that pitch up as he was taking all the way. Waiting on deck is the pitcher, Zach Mandera. Fourth batter due up here in the bottom of the first. 3-1 pitch. King working out of the stretch, kicks and fires. Gillespie got underneath it. This one not very deep. It's into shallow right field. I'm not sure if anybody's got a great look at it. Now the first baseman will. Braden Bellum will make the catch in foul territory for the second out. And now Grants Pass with that out. That is a momentum shifter here in the first. Roseburg was in a prime spot to try and drive in a run. Even with an out, if you can get it into the outfield enough, you got a chance to drive in on a sacrifice fly. Spencer 6 from third. But now with 2 outs, Zach Mandera is going to need to try and find a way to pull off a hit. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Ended up outside and in the dirt. Mandera went chasing after that. Zach Mandera this season, 9 RBI, batting .390. Went 2 for 4 on Tuesday. Has a 3-game hit streak coming into it. He's actually had multi-hit games in his last 3 contests. Looking to help himself out here as the pitcher today. The 0-1 pitch is outside, and it goes to a 1-1 count. Looking around the diamond for this Grants Pass team, Jet Hood back behind the plate. Braden Bellum at first. Ashton Durler at second. Peyton Calabro at third, and Sean Tobin at short. Get the outfield here in a second. The 1-1 to Mandera. Check swing, he pulls it back, the ball in the dirt. Hood knocks it down and keeps it close to the plate. Spencer 6 stays at third. The outfield for Grants Pass today from left to right, Matt Knight, Andrew Medley, and Colby Dinkle. 2 balls and a strike against Zach Mandera from Cade King. Pitcher versus pitcher matchup. Fouled back by Mandera. The count goes to 2-2. King, after giving up the leadoff double to Spencer 6, is on the verge of possibly working his way out of this one in the bottom of the first. Two-two delivery. Breaking ball inside. The visiting Grants Pass fans wanted that one as a strike call. They do not get it. It's a bit inside is the indication from the home umpire to the Grants Pass dugout on the first base side. That's where most of the Grants Pass fans are residing, sitting out in the beautiful sunshine here today at Legion. 3-2 pitch. Zach stays on it, fouls it back. And we'll do it again. Battle going on here between Zach Mandera and Cade King. Trying to get out of the first inning. King with a man at third base. The 3-2 pitch. Ball in the air to right field. This should probably do it for him. Dinkle underneath it, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Roseburg gets a man in scoring position at the leadoff hit, and they cannot cash in. Leave one man stranded at third base. In the bottom of the first, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. The 1 man left on. We head to the top of the second inning. Roseburg and Grants Pass scoreless on CBS Sports Radio. 1490, the score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Back here for the top of the second inning. Roseburg and Grants Pass squared away at 0-0. We'll head to the second. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for Grants Pass. Braden Bellum will lead things off, the cleanup man. Bellum, Dinkle, and Tobin all due up here against Zach Mandera. Mandera set down the side in order in the first. His first pitch of the second inning is in the dirt for ball 1. Roseburg baseball today brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. 1-0 again in the dirt. Count goes to 2-0 now for Bellum. Braden Bellum in the previous game against Roseburg down there at Grants Pass High School was 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Gets a strike on the outside corner to Zach Mandera. That game was Garrett Zyman on the mound pitching for Roseburg. Bellum will put it in the air to right field. A little flare into shallow right field. Drops in for a base knock, and that will be the first hit of the ball game for Grants Pass. Torrin Gillespie charging in, trying to get to that one. Just can't get there quite in time. One on with nobody out in the second inning. First base runner on for Grants Pass. Colby Dinkle, the right fielder, will bat with a man on and nobody out. First pitch, ground ball towards short, could be 2. Takes a high hop off the infield grass over the top of Caden Johnson, and it's a base hit. That is one of the intricacies of Legion Field. That was a tailor-made double play ball, and waiting back on it, Caden Johnson set up there at short, and that one just takes a high hop off the infield grass, so high that Johnson can't get to it. It was a ground ball that then bounced 15 feet in the air. Back-to-back singles. A little bit of luck there for Grants Pass. Runners at first and second. Bunter, he bunted, and that one bunted off of his helmet. And they're going to call a foul ball, and they want Roseburg's trying to claim that he should be out. He hit that. That one got him. It looked like he was out of the box. If you foul it off yourself in the batter's box, you're okay. But if he's out of the box, that could be an out. Troy Thompson out of the dugout to make sure he's able to plead his case if this doesn't go his way. Also, head coach of Grants Pass, Kevin Schaefer, out of the third base coach's box as well. At the moment, it stands an 0-1 count for Sean Tobin. If they don't call him out, it'll be a foul ball is going to be the call, and Coach Thompson is going to have a word. So Coach Thompson going to get the explanation here. It'll stay as a foul ball for Tobin. At first base, Colby Dinkle. At second is Braden Bellum. Oh, 0-1 pitch. They're going to bring him in. That bunt's in the air. It's caught by Mandera. He throws to first. It's offline. He had the runner at first dead to rights. Dinkle gets back. Mandera's throw is off target. Van Norman able to get to it and not let the ball get by. Avoids maybe some disaster there, but Mandera makes the catch on the sack bunt. And that'll be the first out here in the second inning. So Tobin can't lay down the sacrifice bunt. One away, runner still first and second. They bunt it up in the air again, and this time it's the catcher, Spencer Six, off the bat of Ashton Durler. Roseburg able to make the out again. That one made in foul territory. Two down.
Number 12, Matt Knight.
And it'll be Matt Knight, the 8-hitter. I got a feeling bunting might come up in practice here for Grants Pass in the future. Quick pitch, line drive, right side foul for Matt Knight. Knight, the left fielder. Stands back in, left-handed batter. The 0-1, he fouls off the other direction this time. Count goes to 0-2. Two down, runners at first and second. Waiting on deck is the 9-hitter, Andrew Medley. The 0-2, swing and a miss, got him, and Zach Mandera will fight his way back after giving up a single to lead off the inning and then a bit of a lucky one to get two runners on. He's able to get a couple of pop-ups and then a strikeout to wrap it up. Second strikeout of the game for Zach Mandera, and that'll retire Grants Pass here in the top of the second. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
The Indians in the bottom of the second inning. It'll be the center fielder number 18, Jet Black.
Bottom of the second, Roseburg baseball here on The Score, brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions. For home theater and automotive audio, you can feel them at Good Vibes. Cade King on the mound, pitching to Jet Black, and the first pitch in for a called strike. So both teams have pitched out of a little bit of damage so far in this one. Leadoff double for Roseburg in the bottom of the first. Cade King able to pitch out of it. Back-to-back singles in the top of the second. Zach Mandera pitching out of that. A foul ball for Jet gives him an 0-2 count. Jet Black at the plate behind catching Jet Hood. There's also Jet Carpenter at North Medford, who we saw on Tuesday. The 3 Jets in the Southwest Conference. The 0-2 from King outside for a 1-2 count. I'll still say that Jet Black, that's probably the coolest of those 3 Jet names. 1-2 pitch. I might be biased. Outside. Count goes to 2-2. You've got Jet, Stoffel, and Stone due up here in the second inning for Roseburg. Into the bottom of the second, a scoreless game. The 2-2. Jet gets underneath it, high in the air, out towards left field. Running towards the line is Knight, waiting for this one to come down. Jet hit it a mile in the air, but it is out number 1 in left field. Jet had come into the matchup, by the way, batting .240, but had gone 0 for 4 against North Medford his last time up. Jonathan Stone, it's That is Stone. I guess I had him written down backwards in my lineup card here. Stone at the plate. I had Stoffel coming up next. Apologies. Stone at the plate. A 1-0 pitch to him. He swings through for strike one. Cade King with one out, nobody on. Stone making his second game back from injury. Takes a pitch that bounces about 6 feet in front of the plate. Great to see him back after the knee injury. Suffered 2 knee injuries during the basketball season. The second that put him out for the rest of the season was against Grants Pass. Not to jinx anything here. 2-1 pitch. Takes for a strike on the outside corner. Two-two. Line drive to left field. It gets in. Stone will take a turn, but bobbled a bit in left field. Knight able to get it back into the infield quickly, though. And Stone with his first base hit since his injury. Way to go, bud. Rooting for that kid. He's had a tough senior season with those injuries. It's awesome to see him continue to battle back and continue to put in the effort to try and get himself healthy. One away, a man on at first as Jay Stoffel will hit. Top batter in the lineup for the Roseburg Indians, hitting in the 7 spot. Leads the team with 16 RBI, batting .400 on the year, and he takes low and outside for ball 1. Jace, last year they DH'd for him quite a bit. This year he's been in the lineup regularly, and he's been making teams pay. Throw over to first, Stone back in, diving well in front of a throw. Stoffel has a home run, the 16 RBI, 3 doubles on the year. It's been a very good year for the junior, and this time he'll take one off the front arm, and that's his left arm, so his non-throwing arm. That's good. He's penciled in as the Game 2 starter. Puts runners at first and second with 1 down. For Jay Stoffel this season, second time he's been hit by a pitch, first hit batter of the game for Grants Pass starter Cade King. That prompts a visit out to the mound for Jet Hood, the catcher. Runners at first and second for Roseburg.
Number 2, Mason Littlefield.
Stone on with a single, Stoffel getting binged. And now it's Mason Littlefield, who has been coming on as of late. He was coming back from injury himself at the start of the year. Scrapping a bit at the plate, but he's starting to come around, see the ball better as he takes a pitch outside for a 1-0 count. Littlefield started, he was 0 for 12. I think he got a hit in his second game back from injury. Then ended up going 0 for 12, but he's gone 3 for 9 in his last 3 games. The 1-0, hard hit ball to second, picked up there by Durler, flips to the short at second base. Tobin turns it for a double play. Hard hit ball for Littlefield. It goes into a 4-6-3 double play. That'll wrap up things here in the second. Defense comes up for Grants Pass to squash Roseburg's scoring effort. Bottom of the second. No runs on 1 hit. There were no Grants Pass errors and 1 man left on base. We go to the top of the third. Scoreless game between Roseburg and Grants Pass here on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Head to the top of the third inning. Roseburg and Grants Pass, scoreless so far. Both teams have had their best shot at threatening for a run and have not been able to cash in. Zach Mandera on the mound. He'll face the 9-hitter Andrew Medley in the first pitch, a strike one on the outside corner. Andrew Medley, the 9-hitter, last guy up here for the first time against Mandera. He swings and misses for strike two. Down at third base, Kevin Schaefer asking for the batter to step out. Medley obliges. Andrew Medley, second team all-conference outfielder last year, takes the pitch just out. No, he takes it for strike three. That's a slow strike three call. Watched it go by. Medley goes down with the strikeout looking. Third punch out of the game for Zach Mandera. All strikeouts are brought to you by More Well Drilling. You can't afford to strike out when it comes to water for your home. Trust More Well Drilling, keeping Douglas County green since 1947. Swing and a miss on the first pitch for Jet Hood. Hood was one of those strikeouts for Mandera so far. Zach firing a bullet on the outside corner for strike two. Zach has always been a guy that seems to get stronger as the game goes on. He's here in the third, is 0-2 just outside, and the count goes to 1-2. Third inning. It's been a quick and low-scoring affair to start. As a ground ball, third base side, picked up by Stoffel. His throw to first will get Jet Hood. 2 down. I asked in the pregame, if you did not catch the interview with head coach Troy Thompson, I asked him about the return of Jonathan Stone. And I know one guy's not going to make all the difference in the world for a team, but it's nice to have him back. His bat has, last year was great, led the team in hitting last year. Defense was good at first, but there's one thing that you cannot overlook with the return of Jonathan Stone. It's the first pitch, low and outside now to Cade King. Jonathan Stone is 6'7". There's nobody else on the roster that big. That throw by Jay Stoffel wasn't necessarily overly high, but anybody else might have been a stretch in their range. For Jonathan Stone, it was easy peasy. Speaking of easy peasy, fly ball to center field for Cade King. Comes down in the glove of Jet Black for the final out. That'll wrap up things in the top of the third. A 1-2-3 for Zach Mandera, and Roseburg will look to try and get the bats going as we head to the bottom of the third inning. In the top of the third for Grants Pass, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Still scoreless after 2.5 on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490, The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Bottom of the third inning, scoreless ball game. Roseburg baseball today brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Cooling, your best choice for the finest comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. Luke Van Norman, the left-handed batting second baseman, will lead things off in the third for Roseburg. Scoreless game. First pitch, he squares to bunt, takes it inside though. Fastball riding in on the lefty. Able to get the bat and himself out of the way on that first pitch. Cade King, the 1-0 is in the air. And it's caught in left field. Retire the first batter here in the third for Roseburg. Van Norman had come into the matchup batting .316. Can't lead things off with a hit for Roseburg. One away. Top of the lineup, Spencer Six batting, had a double in the first. Another left-handed batter, and he takes at the shoe tops for ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Carries too far inside. The count will go to 2-0. Well, coming up later today, we've got Oregon State baseball on the schedule for you, so stay tuned for that. Coming up tonight at 5:30. As a hard-hit ground ball goes underneath the glove at second base by Ashton Durler. And it's a 2-for-2 day for Spencer Six. Right under the glove there at second. Hard hit ball from Spencer Six. Just got by Durler. Couldn't get the reaction time to get that one in front of him. 2-for-2 day for Spencer Six now as he's on at first with one away, and the pitch outside to Caden Johnson. Johnson trying to get back in the groove at the plate. Mentioned his only hit against North Medford was a bunt single that was an attempt to lay down a sacrifice bunt, but put it in a perfect spot, was able to beat it out for an infield single. The 1-0 pitch to him, pops it up foul, and could be playable. First baseman Braden Bellum underneath it for out number 2. Bellum tracking that one into foul territory.
Next batter, number 11, Doran Gillespie.
Able to make the squeeze as he was tailing away from first base. 2 down, 6 still on at first. Doran Gillespie will bat. He popped up in foul territory to Bellum. Back in the first, leaving a man stranded at third base. Back in safely will go 6 at first. It's been a quick few innings so far. Bellum's only up to 41 pitches. Zach Mandera can't be very high either. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Breaking ball, lost it down low. Gillespie when chasing that one. I think the bottom just dropped out of that pitch for Doran. Grants Pass 11-10 on the season, 3-7 in conference play. They currently are sitting in 5th place in the conference standings. The 0-1, breaking ball for a called strike against Gillespie. Roseburg at 7-3 in conference. They're in 2nd place, ranked 12th by the OSAA. They are 1 game behind South Eugene and 1 game ahead of South Medford. 0-2 pitch, pickoff move to first. Spin move, throw by King not in time. King trying to work through the third, keep it a scoreless game for Roseburg, much like for Grants Pass. Outside, Gillespie almost went chasing after it, lays off. Count stays at 1-2, or goes to 1-2. Gillespie 0 for 1 in the ball game. Gillespie this season with 4 extra base hits, looking for 1 here. The 1-2. Ground ball to short. In front of it is Tobin. He'll flip to second for the out. That'll retire Roseburg here in the 3rd inning. And we remain scoreless. Neither team able to capitalize with runners on base. Through 3 innings of play, it's a scoreless ball game, 0-0. We head to the top of the fourth. Grants Pass coming up to hit. This is Roseburg Baseball, streaming on 541radio.com and now on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Top of the fourth inning, Roseburg Baseball here on The Score and on 541radio.com. Brought to you by Flyway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue or call them at 672-5701. Zach Mandera on the mound. So far in the ballgame, he's up to 32 pitches, 3 innings worked. He's allowed 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. On the other side, Cade King, 3 innings of work, 45 pitches, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts, 1 hit batter. Mandera, the righty out there, will face Peyton Calabro, Braden Bellum, and Colby Dinkle here in the 4th inning of a scoreless ball game. First pitch, ball in the air to center field for Calabro. Jet Black there for the catch. 1 away. Roseburg will take outs like that all day long.
Next batter, number 18, Braden Bellum.
1 pitch, 1 out. Braden Bellum will hit. He had the first hit of the ball game for Grants Pass. A soft liner out into shallow right field. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner at the knees for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch to Bellum misses for a 1-1 count. Braden Bellum 0 for 2, as we mentioned earlier, against Roseburg the first time the 2 teams met. 1 for 1 today. He takes in the dirt for a 2-1 count. Grants Pass coming off of their upset win over South Eugene on Tuesday. They scored twice in the bottom of the 7th for the walk-off win as Bellum puts it in the air to center. Jet just a few steps to his left to make the catch for the second out. Two away.
Next batter, number 13, Colby
And
Dinkle.
up next is Colby Dinkle, the right fielder. Got the benefit of a Legion Field bounce for a base hit in the second. Breaking ball for strike 1. They won 8-7 against South Eugene. It was Jet Hood, the leadoff man, who drove in the game-winning run as the ball fouled off for strike 2 against Dinkle. An 0-2 pitch coming up here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Zach Mandera retires him. 4th strikeout of the game for Zach. And Roseburg continues to get a great pitching performance. They need to not let it go to waste as they go to the bottom of the 4th, looking to get a run across and take the lead against Grants Pass, not early in the game anymore. Go to the bottom of the 4th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Still scoreless between Roseburg and Grants Pass here on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm.
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Starting off the bottom of the fourth for the Indians, it'll be number 13, Zach Mandera.
Zach Mandera, Jet Black, and Jonathan Stone due up here in the bottom of the fourth against Cade King, who fires the first pitch against Mandera into the dirt, spikes it there, and it's a 1-0 count. And I think that pitch might have caught the catcher a little bit there. He's taking a moment. The umpire walks a baseball out to the mound for the pitcher. Roseburg Baseball today brought to you by Pepsi and Bigfoot Beverages of Roseburg. 0-0 ball game. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Grants Pass. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for Roseburg. Bottom of the fourth, the 1-0 from King is high, and the count goes to 2-0. Zach flew out to right field in the first inning, stranding Spencer 6 at third base. It was the final out of the first. Zach going to launch one to left field. That one drops in for a base hit. Matt Knight trying to track that down. Couldn't get there in time. Leadoff single for Roseburg. Second time of the ball game they've gotten the leadoff man on base. They've also had a man on base in every inning so far. One away. That's just a soft liner. I got worried it was going to hang up in the air too long, but Matt Knight couldn't race underneath it in time. Took it on the one hop in left center. One on, Jet Black will bat. He squares to bunt. That's going to pull in the third baseman. Jet pops it in the air, and it stays in fair territory. The throw to first, safe. Now going first to third. Mandera slides into third. He's got to get up. He'll come home. It's not Mandera, it's Zimet who's coming to run. Roseburg's going to get extra bases. They've got Jet going to third. That ball's all the way deep in the corner in left field, and Jet's going to come around to score. Wow. That was a sacrifice bunt. The Jet popped up, which should be noted. It landed on the infield grass just inside of fair territory. And the throw to first pulled off Braden Bellum off the bag, according to the umpire. And now out to have a word about that is the Grants Pass coach. And now he's following him a bit there. I don't know if that's Coach Shaver or not. It might be. I assume it is. Yeah, it is. Coach Shaver getting his 2 cents in on the call at first. So that'll be an error at first. And it was Garrett Zimet who realized third base, nobody was covering third base. And so he was smart base running here. He went first to third because nobody was on at third base to even receive a throw to try and get him. He slides in, and they did make a throw over there. The throw got away deep into left field in the corner in foul territory. Zimet scored easily. Jet didn't stop running. He came around all the way around. So 2 errors there. Going to bring in 2 runs, and Roseburg's up 2-0. Oh, my goodness. Jonathan Stone will foul off the first pitch. So that's going to be, I believe it was at E5. I think it was third baseman Peyton Calabro that made the play. It might have been the catcher, I think, actually. 0-1 pitch. Stone takes outside for a 1-1 count. So I think it was the catcher that fielded the bunt by Jet. So that's an error there that allowed him to score. or that allowed him to get on base. And then it was an error by the first baseman, Braden Bellum, that allowed Garrett Zimet to score. As a pitch misses low to make it 2-1. So Bellum's throwing error allows Zimet to score and allows Jet Black to score. What a play. That ball skyrocketed up in the air by Stone. Third baseman Peyton Calabro back and forth, weaving his way underneath it, will make the catch to retire the first batter here in the fourth inning. 2-0, Roseburg in front, one down, and up to bat is Jay Stoffel.
Next batter, number 9, Jay Stoffel.
First pitch to Stoffel is outside for ball one. The 1-0 for Stoffel. Strike on the corner, a 1-1 count. One pitch. Breaking ball, inside corner, just misses. Two-one count for Jay Stoffel. Gets on to one, into center field. Medley underneath it. Second out. Two down. And up the bat will be Mason Littlefield hitting with nobody on. 2 runs in so far.
Next batter, number 2, Mason Littlefield.
Here in the bottom of the fourth. What a wild sequence that was. First pitch now to Littlefield. Fastball rides inside for a 1-0 count. Sacrifice bunt attempt by Jet Black. Pops it in the air. It was what seemed to be a possibly catchable ball. It just dropped right inside the chalk line. It's a pitch in the dirt for a 2-0 count. So not only did a pop fly on a sacrifice bunt attempt not get caught, it also stayed in fair territory on the infield grass just inside that first base line. That in and of itself, kind of spectacular. It's a swing and a foul tip into the glove for Littlefield, gives him a 2-1 count. Then the throwing error to first. Tough play to be made right on top of the line. Had to make a quick throw to first, and just a bit off the line there for the catcher, Jet Hood. Is a pitch outside. Mason Littlefield, a 3-1 count. And then great base running from Garrett Zimet, who had come in as a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Zach Mandera. Realized nobody was home at third base. Nobody there. And he has great speed. The foot race to get to the bag. He was able to get there no problem. There's a walk, 2-out walk issue to Mason Littlefield. And then probably just a ill-advised throw across the diamond by Braden Bellum to try and get the runner at third base when it didn't seem like it was a likely play to be made. Threw it away, and that ball just kept going. I mentioned that it looked like the turf here at Legion Field has dried out quite a bit, and that ball just kept rumbling down the line and ended up deep in the left field corner, and Jet Black just kept running and eventually came around to score. That was a wild sequence, giving Roseburg a 2-0 lead. While we've got a bit of a break in the action out on the mound, let you know today's game brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Fisher's Hearth and Home. Around the rest of the Southwest Conference today, you've got South Eugene at South Medford for a doubleheader. They don't get started until 1 o'clock this afternoon. On Thursday, earlier this week, North Medford and Sheldon played. They split that doubleheader. North Medford winning 14-2 in Game 1. That was following up their 9-inning victory against Roseburg on Tuesday. So North Medford wins 14-2 in Game 1 against Sheldon. Sheldon came back, won 13-6 in Game 2. Luke Van Norman at the plate. The lefty takes a pitch in the dirt from Cade King after the visit to the mound by Kevin Schaefer. A 1-0 count. Roseburg leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2 errors here in the fourth for Grants Pass, allowing those runs to come in as a pitch high and away for a 2-0 count. So Roseburg finally taking advantage of miscues by Grants Pass. I mean, there had been no errors previously in the game. Roseburg had scoring opportunities they couldn't cash in, but Grants Pass didn't give them extra opportunities. Swing and a miss out of Luke Van Norman, a 2-1 count. Van Norman went 3 for 4 on Tuesday against North Medford. He's got a 4-game hit streak going. He's 0 for 1 today. Throw over to first base. Back in safely goes Mason Littlefield after drawing a walk. Two-one pitch for Cade King. High and away. 3-1. Nobody throwing in the bullpen for Grants Pass as of yet. Zach Mandera is out of the dugout. He's probably been out there trying to stay loose in a long inning here. 3-1. Littlefield takes for ball 4. Was right over the plate, but low. Back-to-back walks issued by King. First and second for Roseburg with 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 the score.
Top of the order now for Roseburg. It is Spencer 6.
Spencer 6 comes up to hit. He's the 7th hitter to the plate for Roseburg against Cade King in the 7th. Or excuse me, here in the 4th. This will be the 3rd time through the lineup for Roseburg. First pitch swinging for Spencer, high in the air, out to right field. Going back is Dinkle at the track. That one hops to the wall. Extra bases for 6. 2 runs will come in. 6 heading for 3rd. He's going to get in. They're going to hold him at 3rd base. And it's a 2-run triple for Spencer 6. Six with his first triple of the season, his 4th extra base hit of the year. Now has 5 RBI, make it 6 RBI on the season as he drives in 2. And they'll get a courtesy runner for the catcher after booking it around the bases. I got to imagine he's a little winded there, and they'll allow him to take a breather, get the gear on, and get ready to go. He almost got all of that one as the first pitch to Caden Johnson's high and inside. Johnson 0 for 1. Got a lot of it. One hopped on the warning track to the wall for Spencer 6. As that ball beans Caden Johnson. And the inning will continue for Cade King. Mason Littlefield, Luke Van Norman both scoring on that triple by Spencer 6, by the way. 2 runners on. 1st and 3rd.
Batter number 11, Doran Gillespie.
And it'll be Doran Gillespie to bat. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Troy Jones is the runner at 3rd for Spencer 6, by the way. First pitch from King to Doran is outside for ball 1. Grants Pass came in with a 3-game winning streak. And Roseburg came in with a 3-game losing streak. Roseburg trying to get back in the right track as they get into, we're down to the final 5 games of the regular season, believe it or not. I always have a hard time believing that the season has gotten to this point in the year. Always seems to go by way too fast. So we've got a doubleheader here today against Grants Pass. Single game here at home for Senior Day on Tuesday against South Medford. And then wrap it up with a doubleheader at Sheldon coming up Saturday next weekend. The 1-0. Breaking ball gets in for a strike. Doran Gillespie, 9th hitter to the plate for Roseburg here in the 4th. Gillespie is 0 for 2 in the game. 3rd time up at the plate. The 1-1 from King. Breaking ball does not have a lot of movement on it and stayed high. Still no action in the bullpen for Grants Pass. Only the coaches are up on their feet in the dugout. Players that are in the dugout are sitting on the bench. 2-1 pitch. Bounces away. That'll bring in another run for Roseburg. Jones will score from 3rd. Up to 2nd goes Caden Johnson. Wild pitch. Now makes it 5-0. 3 balls and a strike for Doran Gillespie. The 3-1 pitch coming up for King. Line drive foul down that third base side. That was a laser. Went flying by Coach Thompson there at third base. He takes back over at third base now that he's back with the team. Out at first base, Coach's stare. The 3-2 again to Doran. Outside ball 4. Did not miss by much. And that'll be another walk. Runners at first and second. 2 down. Third walk of the 4th inning for Cade King. He's also given up a single and a triple, plus 2 errors defensively by Grants Pass here in the 4th. Roseburg's already put 5 runs across as they look to continue to add with 2 outs. Up for a second time will be Zach Mandera. First pitch is outside. Zach, his first time up, had a single to left field. Got on, courtesy runner came in for him. Garrett Zimet came around to score. Zach will put it in the air, but foul. A 1-1 count. That run scored by Zimet after Mandera got on was the first run of the ballgame for Roseburg. One pitch from King, breaking ball, low and inside, and I think this long inning got him fatigued here a bit, and he is laboring through this 4th. Obviously, he's faced 10 batters now. 2-1 from King. Kicks and fires. Fastball. Misses. That one not off by much. At least from where I'm standing. Didn't look like it was too bad of a pitch. Might have been a bit low. And Mandera has a 3-1 count. King's pitch with runners at first and second. 2 down. That ball into left field on the run. It's over the head of Matt Knight all the way to the fence. 2 more runs will score. Mandera is going to get into second base standing up. Coming in as the throw goes to second was Doran Gillespie. Scoring from first, and Roseburg now leads 7-0. What an inning. Mandera's second hit of the 4th. This time he drives in 2. Courtesy runner will come in for him again. It's Zimet out at second. And Roseburg's up 7-0, and now will come another visit to the mound. And this will likely do it for Cade King. That double by Zach Mandera, well-struck ball to left field. His 5th double of the season. Was already the team leader in that category, adding to his lead. Conference on the mound. Last night it was an exciting one here on 1490 The Score. Portland Trailblazers basketball. Blazers winning 140-137 in the second ever 4 overtime basketball game in the NBA playoffs. 140-137. Blazers take a 2-1 lead over the Denver Nuggets. Game 4 coming up tomorrow night at 4 o'clock here on The Score. We do have a call to the pen for Grants Pass. The call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Miggy Lane Construction. We'll come back after a 60-second break. Bottom of the 4th, Roseburg with 7 runs in so far here on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Next batter, number 18, Jet Black.
Sean Tobin will take over on the mound for Cade King after the Shelby and Migulena construction call to the pin. He'll face Jet Black, and the first pitch is high for ball one. 7-0 our score. Roseburg in front. And out at second base is Garrett Zymet running for Zach Mandera, who drove in 2 more runs with a double. Ball to left field, line drive shot, making a falling forward grab in left field. Matt Knight will rob Jet Black of a hit. Hard hit ball there for Jet, who is 0 for 2 coming into the at-bat. He'll go to 0 for 3. Unfortunately, after a hard hit ball goes right to the defender. Nice play made in left field by Knight. That will wrap up things for Roseburg in the bottom of the 4th, but 7 runs on 3 hits, 2 Grants Pass errors. And Roseburg takes a 7-0 lead as we go to the top of the 5th. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Starting off the top of the 5th.
Go to the top of the 5th. Roseburg leading 7-0 against Grants Pass. Zach Mandera on the mound. He'll face Sean Tobin, now the pitcher for Grants Pass. Tobin, Durler, and Knight due up. First pitch from Mandera, who had a long time away from the mound. He gets it in for strike 1. Seemed like a Special Olympics event going on here at Stewart Park today. Kept seeing signs for that as we drove to the park. There's a pitch outside, a 1-1 count. Not sure exactly what that is, but what was going on, but cool to see that that's happening here in the community. Beautiful day for it. It's a 1-1, kind of a hanging curveball left upstairs. This one hit into foul territory. And Tobin will turn back to the plate with a 1-2 count. Tobin 0 for 1 in the game. Second time at the dish. Zach Mandera into the 40s with his pitch count in the 5th inning. Zach looking for a payoff pitch here on the 1-2. The ball fouled away again. A lot going on in the community, it seemed like, today. Saw the Special Olympics signs as I was driving in. A lot of soccer going on over at Fir Grove. The 1-2, that ball in the air again, right side. And it's a long run for both Jet Black and Doran Gillespie, and it's Gillespie that will take it in right field. 1 away. Getting ready for the next at-bat. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Next batter, Ashton Durler.
0-1 count for Ashton Durler after a swing and a miss to start off his at-bat. One away. Pitch misses for a 1-1 count now for Durler, who's 0 for 1 in the game. Popped out to the catcher on a bunt attempt his last time up. He'll take for a 2-1 count from Zach Mandera. Zach has pitched through 4 1/3 innings so far, allowing just 2 hits. 2-1 pitch from the senior. That ball line drive, and it goes by Van Norman at second. Reaching for it, he couldn't quite get a glove on it, just outside of his reach. And that'll be a base knock for Durler, his first of the game. Line drive shot just past second. On at first will go Durler.
Next batter, number 12, Matt Knight.
Matt Knight, the left fielder, will bat. Bearing the same name of the son of Nike CEO Phil Knight. And now the arena there on the campus of the University of Oregon. I'm sure he gets that all the time, Matt Knight. He's got a 1-0 count. He'll take for a 2-0 count. Left-handed batter, only lefty in the lineup for Grants Pass. Cavemen trailing big, 7-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Roseburg, I was wondering if they'd be able to get to double digits with the lead and maybe finish this one off early. That 4th inning would never end for the Indians. They kept going with 2 outs. 2-0 pitch, high and away, and the count goes to 3-0 for Mandera. Sean Tobin came in to pitch for Grants Pass in that last half inning. Looks like the Cavemen will continue to ride him. Nobody warming up here in between innings. There's a walk issued by Mandera on 4 straight pitches. That's the first walk of the game for Zach. Andrew Medley will bat. He's 0 for 1, struck out looking in the 3rd. Hits with runners at first and second. Mandera worked out at first and second with nobody out in the 2nd inning. Retired 3 straight batters, 2 of them popping up on sacrifice bunt attempts. First pitch for Zach, squaring to bunt, and Medley fouls at third base side. Starting to warm up here at the ballpark, it feels like today. Sun has been out all day. It's been beautiful. Expecting for temperatures to get into the upper 70s today. The 0-1 for Mandera. Ground ball to shortstop. Picked up by Johnson. Throw to second. Got him. So they get 1 on a play to second base by Johnson. That ball took him deep into the hole. He was able to plant the back foot and make the quick throw to second to Van Norman. 2 down, runners at first and third. A fielder's choice puts Medley on base for the first time. Durler is at third, Medley at first. Top of the lineup here, Jet Hood will bat. Mandera trying to preserve the shutout. First pitch swinging, that ball will drive in the first run of the game for Grants Pass. 1 run in, the throw in, got to get it. Oh, the throw goes to second. If Johnson goes to third, he might have a play on Andrew Medley. He looks and throws to second instead. And he can't get it there in time to get Hood, who gets a double and drives in the first run of the game for Grants Pass. Scoring was Durler from third, first to third for Medley, and it's 7-1. Roseburg in front of Grants Pass. Runners at second and third with 1 out, and they'll bring in a courtesy runner for the catcher.
Courtesy runner, number 16, Jake Hendricks.
That line drive hit hard and quick down that left field line. Mason Littlefield had to chase it. First pitch swinging for Cade King in the air behind first. Van Norman bobbles off his glove. It's a fair ball. Run will score. 2 runs will score, by the way. That spot behind first can be tricky. It drops off quite a bit in elevation, but that ball off the heel of the glove for Van Norman. First error of the game for Roseburg, and 2 runs come in because of it. 7-3 now. Runners at first runner at first with 2 down.
The batter, number 7, Peyton Calabro.
Peyton Calabro will bat, and he'll take for strike 1. Line drive, left side foul. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt on the 0-2. The throw down to first, and Spencer Six will get Peyton Calabro. That wraps up things in the top of the 5th. Grants Pass gets 3 back. Roseburg still leading 7-3 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
7-3 as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
Starting out the bottom of the 5th inning for the Indians, it'll be number 15, Jonathan Stone.
Roseburg in front of Grants Pass. Jonathan Stone will lead things off. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch, swing and a miss from Sean Tobin. Tobin stays in the game on the mound. New pitcher for the Cavemen. Oh, 1 pitch coming up here for Tobin. Breaking ball inside, and it goes to a 1-1 count. Roseburg Baseball today brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? One count. Tobin out of the windup. The righty. Fastball is fouled off by Stone. Ball and 2 strikes. So they're in the top of the 5th inning. Had the 1 error for Roseburg. You had 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 walk in there as well for Zach Mandera. So shutout gone. Grants Pass on the board. 3 runs on 4 hits and 2 errors for the Cavemen. And for Roseburg, 7 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. Another ball fouled back by Jonathan Stone. Keeps the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Roseburg leading 7-3. Other games in the conference haven't even gotten started today. Stone line drive at left field, base hit. Battled off a few pitches, finally gets one that he can square up. Drives it into left field, line drive that hopped once on the infield dirt and into left field to Matt Knight.
Next batter, number 9, Jay Stoffel.
1 on, nobody out. Jay Stoffel will bat 0 for 1 in the game, hit by a pitch and a pop fly out. Stoffel looking to follow up that big game he had against North Medford as he takes outside for ball 1. Against North Medford, even though Roseburg lost, it was a great game for Jay Stoffel. Went 3 for 5 at the plate, had 4 RBI. Second 4 RBI game for him this year. He's also got a game where he's had 5 RBIs. He takes low and inside for a strike to even up his count at 1-1. Sunshiny day here at the ballpark. 70 degrees here early on as we're just past noon. Working our way into the afternoon. 1-1 delivery from Tobin. Breaking ball, bounces away from Hood. He can't find it. Now he finally locates the baseball. Stone takes a turn at second, but he will stay there. Wild pitch. And Stone into scoring position with a 3-1 count at the plate for Jay Stoffel. Nobody out. One on and in scoring position for Roseburg. Tobin will kick and fire. Got him handcuffed, forces it right side. Second baseman Durler over to first to Cade King, who's now at first base defensively. 4-3 the put out for Stoffel. Up to third, though, goes Jonathan Stone. So it moves a runner up. It's at least an effective out for Roseburg.
Next batter, number 2, Mason Littlefield.
One away, man at third, and Mason Littlefield will bat. He is 0 for 1 in the game, a walk his last time up. And now a visit out to the mound for Jet Hood. Roseburg Baseball also brought to you by Bi-Mart. Score big at Bi-Mart where you can get ready for your season for less. I'll take a look at our Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update here. I mentioned that the rest of the conference hasn't even gotten started today, but in the Southwest Conference, South Eugene's at South Medford today. They'll start at 1 o'clock this afternoon. North Medford and South Medford split a doubleheader on Thursday. Ball in the air, finds the alley in left center for Littlefield. He's got extra bases. Stone scores easy. Littlefield standing up at second. A one-out double. Scores a run. Littlefield picks up the RBI. His bat has been coming alive as of late. Mason Littlefield now 1 for 2 today, making him 4 for 11 in his last 4 games. 1 for 3 against North Medford Tuesday. Picks up an RBI again here today. Now 2 RBI on the season for Littlefield. Drives in Jonathan Stone. The lefty Luke Van Norman takes for ball 1. 8-3 Roseburg in front. The 1-0 to Littlefield. There's a strike at the bottom of the zone. Sean Tobin on in relief of Cade King. I'll give you his final line here in a minute. The 1-1 in the dirt goes through the legs of the catcher and the umpire, and up to third will go Littlefield. Runner at third with 1 out, and out of the dugout will come Kevin Schaefer, head coach for Grants Pass. Want to acknowledge Garrettson Building Supply, building relationships, building projects, building materials. Garrettson Building Supply supporting our Douglas County community for over 90 years. Finishing out our look at the scoreboard. On Thursday, North Medford winning against Sheldon 14-2 in game 1 of a doubleheader. And then Sheldon winning game 2 13-6 as they split a doubleheader on Thursday. I'm not sure why they played on Thursday, but they did. And then you've got South Eugene at South Medford today. That gets started with game 1 at 1 o'clock. We'll try to get you some updates if we're still on the air at that point in time. Mason Littlefield at third. 2 balls, 1 strike at the plate against Luke Van Norman. Cade King, the starting pitcher for Grants Pass, he's on the hook for the loss right now. 3 2/3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 7 runs. I have him down as no earned runs, though, out of those 7. 3 walks and no strikeouts, 2 hit batters as well for Cade King. 2 balls, 1 strike for Luke Van Norman, and Tobin misses outside for a 3-1 count. Do have some action in the bullpen for Grants Pass. Got a righty down there throwing. The 3-1 to Van Norman, swing and a miss. Count goes full with 1 away and a man at third. That's Ethan Elzey out there throwing for Grants Pass. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch fouled away. Infield playing in with the runner at third and less than 2 outs. Tobin trying to get the second out here with a 3-2 pitch. Fires in, and he gets a strikeout. Swing and a miss by Luke Van Norman.
George Decker to the scoreboard announcer, please. George Decker, can you come up to the press box?
First strikeout of the game for Roseburg.
Spencer 6.
The Roseburg Indians had been doing well at the plate. No strikeouts before that. 2 down. Top of the lineup, Spencer 6 will bat. First pitch to the lefty is outside the strike zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Tobin, the 1-0, swing and a miss. A tempting high fastball for Spencer 6. Spencer is 2 for 1. Actually make it 3 for 3 in the game. He needs a home run for the cycle, by the way. Double in his first at-bat, single in his second, and a triple in his third as he takes a strike on the outside corner. Spencer does not have a home run this season. 320 down the line, though. That's reachable. The 1-2 pitch by Tobin. Ground ball right side. Goes off the glove for Derler into right field. The run will come in. On with an error for Spencer 6. That brings in Mason Littlefield. So on at first is Spencer 6. Scoring was Littlefield. 2 down. Up next will be Caden Johnson. Johnson hit by a pitch his last time up. He is 0 for 1 in this ballgame. First pitch is away. Courtesy runner in for 6. That is Troy Jones. (1-0) to Johnson. Got underneath it. This ball in the air. Gets out of play. And into the grandstands. A ball and a strike now for Caden Johnson. Caden. He started out the season hitting really, really well. But has dipped as of late. Just under 200, or excuse me, just under 300 with his batting average coming into today's doubleheader. Takes the 1-1 for a called strike on the outside corner, off-speed pitch. Now 1 strike away from getting out of things here in the 5th for Grants Pass. Sean Tobin set. Jones at first. Breaking ball lifted in the air, shallow center field. 3 players converge. It'll be shortstop Peyton Calabro to make the grab. That will retire Roseburg here in the bottom of the 5th. They get 2 runs back. They lead 9-3 on top of the visiting Grants Pass Cavemen. In the bottom of the 5th for Roseburg, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 Grants Pass error, 1 man left on base. 9-3 our score as we go to the 6th. This is Roseburg Baseball. Online at 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com. and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
First batter for Grants Pass in the top of the 6th inning, number 18, Braden Bellum.
Top of the 6th inning, Braden Bellum will lead things off for Grants Pass against Zach Mandera. Zach now 6 outs away from getting this one done and over with. First pitch a called strike as he's still firing. Zach up to 61 pitches in the game. The 0-1, Bellum way in front of a breaking ball for strike 2. Went swinging after that pitch, out in his front foot. I think he was expecting fastball, got the breaking ball, and he swings and misses again. It's another more well-drilling strikeout for Zach Mandera, and make that his 6th of the game. 1 away, more well-drilling. Don't strike out when it comes to water for your home. Make sure you give them a call. More well-drilling, 541-459-4039. Foul ball in the first pitch to Colby Dinkle. Dinkle 1 for 2 today. Ground ball comebacker past the feet of Zach Mandera. He tried to get the glove down there, just wasn't quite quick enough. And it's a 1-out single for Dinkle, who's 2 for 3 in the game. Dinkle's had Zach Mandera's number. Had a single in the second and a single here in the 6th, although could say he was more lucky than good there in the 2nd inning. Got the nice high hop off the infield turf here at Legion Field. 1 on, 1 away. Sean Tobin to bat. The pitcher for Grants Pass fouls it off for strike 1. One on, 1 out, looking for that double play ball here. Tobin has 0 for 2 with a pair of pop-outs. Thought about chasing a breaking ball low and outside. He does not. Beautiful day here at the ball field. Mentioned temperatures in the low 70s probably about now. Wind has been just kind of a cool breeze. Real soft. There's a pitch, misses low for a 2-1 count now. Mandera to Tobin. The leaves in the trees just rustling a little bit. No clouds really to be noticed in the sky. The 2-1 pitch, catches the outside corner for a called strike. Rally caps on down in the dugout for Grants Pass on the first base side. That ball in the air for Tobin, foul territory. Stone calling for it, and Jonathan will make the catch. 2 away. Stone with the catch in foul territory.
Next batter, number 3, Ashton Durler.
Had a tough game back, his first one against North Medford on Tuesday. Had him down for 3 errors in that game as he was trying to shake the rust off and get back into baseball playing ways. First pitch low and outside for ball 1 from Mandera against Ashton Durler, who's 1 for 2. Durler a single back in the 5th inning. He came around to score. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to second. Picked up by Van Norman. Flips to Johnson for the final out. That wraps up the top of the 6th. As Roseburg keeps Grants Pass off the board. And the Indians still lead 9-3. No runs on 1 hit. There were no Roseburg errors. 1 man left on base for Grants Pass. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Roseburg in front by 6 here on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends. How to fit in. How to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Bottom of the sixth inning, we've gotten another call to the pen, brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulena or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. New man on the mound will be Ethan Elzy, a sophomore right-hander. He will take over for Sean Tobin. And I believe he has come into the lineup for Braden Bellum. Yeah, Bellum is in the dugout, so Braden Bellum comes out of the game for the new pitcher. So LZ on the mound. Calabro goes back to third. Tobin goes back to short. King has taken over at first after he came off the mound. Everybody else is the same. Sean Tobin pitched 1 1/3 innings. We'll get you the rest of his line here in a moment. New man on the mound, Ethan Elzy. First pitch, the righty delivers high for ball 1 against Doran Gillespie. So Tobin, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. No walks, 1 strikeout, is he? As the new man, Elzy, missing high to Gillespie to make it a 2-0 count. The righty 2-0 is high. 3-0 count. Right now, Cade King is in line for the loss, and for Zach Mandera, he is looking at possibly getting win number 5 on the year. The 3-0 for Doran, timing it up, he takes for strike 1. Zach, his 5th game started. Looking to pick up his 5th win. 3-1 from Elzy. Gillespie underneath it, high in the air towards left field. Knight on the run. This ball in front of the warning track. It goes off the glove. Gillespie in with a double. Well, he gets into second base. E7 is what Carmen's going to call it. So we will go with a E7.
13,
4th error of the game for Grants Pass. Gillespie out at second. Nobody out. Zach Mandera at the plate. Fouls it off for strike 1. Matthew Knight twisting and turning to try and get underneath that one. Just could not get it. It went off of his glove, it looked like. 1-0 pitch. That ball high in the air. Excuse me, I think it was the 0-1 pitch for Mandera. He hits high in the air on the infield. It's caught by the second baseman, Ashton Durler. 1 away.
Next batter, number 18, Jet Black.
First pitch from Elzy is a strike against Jet Black. Jet 0 for 3 in this one. Last time he got kind of robbed of a hit as he takes high for ball 1. Jet had a line drive rocket shot to left field. And out there, Matt Knight, a half slide dive to get to it. Is this ball well struck left field? Knight getting abused out there. That one over his head, and that bounces all the way to the wall. Jet's going for 3. Gillespie will score from second. Jet standing in with a triple. His 3rd triple of the season. And Jet Black, this time, not leaving it to the hands of fate in left field. He puts that one well over the head of Matt Knight out there as Roseburg taking advantage of it. A triple for Jet makes it 10-3. Roseburg in front.
Next batter, number 15, Jonathan Stone.
That, I believe, that's the 2nd triple of the game for Roseburg against Grants Pass. Don't see that too often. Jet standing at third with 1 away at the plate. Jonathan Stone, a 1-0 pitch. High for ball 2. Stoney 2 for 3 in this game with a pair of singles. Check swing. That one goes to third. Stone down the line. The throw to first. Not in time. That a tight play at first, but the long stride of Jonathan Stone gets him in safely. 3rd single of the game for Stone. That one on a check swing. Just dribbled it down that third base line. And I think he caught the third baseman, Peyton Calabro, flat-footed off guard with that one. He was expecting not what was pretty much a swinging bunt. And so, long way to run to get to the baseball. His throw to first not in time. Runners on the corners, 1 away. Visit out to the mound for Grants Pass. Roseburg leading 10-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. And coming up, we'll have our Roseburg Disposal post-game show as Roseburg comfortably in control here at Game 1 of our doubleheader. We'll have the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. And in between games, I'll bring you an interview I had with Rob Thomas, board president of the Pacific Racing Association. Tonight is the opening night of the races down at the Douglas County Speedway. And we'll bring you the interview we had with Rob and get you all the details you need to know about the races this season. A lot going on down there. So we'll have that interview to help fill some time in between games. And then Game 2 will be about 20-30 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1 here. Game 1 was cruising along at a pretty good pace, and it has slowed down a little bit. Looks like we'll get to Game 2 a little bit later than the projected start of 1 o'clock. Garrett Zimet throwing in the bullpen for Roseburg, by the way. Runners at first and third with 1 out. A strike called against Jay Stoffel from Ethan Elzy after the visit to the mound. Jet Black at third after his triple that drove in Doran Gillespie. At first base, Jonathan Stone. Pitch is high and away for Stoffel, a 1-1 count. Throw over to first base, Stone back in safely. Elzy, a quick throw over there. Just a sophomore, so that'll be a name to remember for the next couple of years for Grants Pass, I'm sure. Jet Hood also behind the plate, a sophomore as well. As pitch high for Stoffel. 2 balls and a strike. Ashton Derler at second. He's a sophomore as well. Younger squad here for Kevin Schaefer and this Grants Pass team. Ball in the air for Stoffel, right side. Slipping in right field. Can he get back up and into it in time? He will. Tagging and trying to head to the plate. Jet Black will come in to score. Sacrifice fly for Jay Stoffel out in right field. Colby Dinkle lost his footing.
Next batter, number 2, Mason Littlefield.
Dinkle went all the way to the turf, didn't just go to a knee. He was all the way down, got up, and that ball in the air for so long that he had plenty of time to get up and wait for the ball still to come down. At the plate, it's an 0-1 pitch, or it was an 0-1 count for Mason Littlefield. 11-3 our score. Roseburg in front. If Roseburg can put together a 2-run, 2-out rally, they could finish it early. Ball in the air for Littlefield, right side. Long run out there. Dinkle will not get there in time. That ball lands in foul territory. 0-2 count now for Littlefield. Mason is 1 for 2 today. Grounded into a double play his first at-bat, but he's walked and doubled in his last 2 and scored twice. Does have an RBI. Again, a throw to first. Stone back in safely. Only 1 earned run out of the 11 that Roseburg has scored. Pitch away, high and away. Ball 1 of the at-bat for Mason Littlefield. Only 1 earned run for Grants Pass as well, out of the 3 that they've had. A 1-2 count for Mason Littlefield. Elzy delivers. That ball to right field as well. Coming in, a diving attempt, can't get there in time. It goes by Dinkle in right field. Littlefield to second. Stone is heading around. He's going for third, or going for the plate. Going for third is Littlefield, and he's in with a triple. Diving to get to it, Dinkle couldn't make the play. Going all the way around to third. It looked like initially like he was stopping at second, but I think it just took longer to get to the ball in right field for Dinkle, and so Littlefield goes all the way to third. It's now 12-3 for Roseburg in front. Can they end it early? Luke Van Norman to bat with Littlefield at third, and the first pitch high and away for ball 1. A 1-0 pitch for Van Norman. Takes low for ball 2. 9-hitter at the plate. Van Norman 0 for 2 in the game. Has a walk and a run scored. 2-0 pitch from Elzy. Outside for ball 3. Zach Mandera is at 72 pitches. They may make the change to Zymet just to try and save his pitch count. 3-0 for Van Norman is taken for strike 1. If Zach stays under 86 pitches, he'll get back out on the field sooner to be able to pitch again. 3-1, high and away for ball 4. And the 2-out rally continues for Roseburg here in the 6th. Trying to get one more run across to finish this one, not necessarily early.
Next batter, Spencer Six.
Finish it in a shorter amount of time, inning-wise, though. Roseburg leading at 12-3. Pitch outside to the top of the order here, Spencer Six. Spencer, 3 for 4 in the game. Reached on an errors last time up. Needs a home run for the cycle. That'd be one way to end it. Pitch is high. The count goes to 2-0. Luke Van Norman at first. Mason Littlefield at third. Roseburg leading by 9 runs, needing one more to finish it off in 6. Throw over to first base. Back in safely goes Van Norman. The 2-0 taken for ball 3. Spencer Six well ahead in the at-bat. And ball 4 taken high and inside. That loads the bases with 2 down. Caden Johnson a chance to try and put a positive note at the end of the day for him here in game 1. 6 at first. And I think they're going to bring the courtesy runner in. It'll be Jones out there to run for him. So you'll have Jones at first, Van Norman at second, Littlefield at third.
Number 3, Troy Jones.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Caden Johnson trying to end it here in the 6th. First pitch outside for ball 1. And a visit out to the mound now for fellow sophomore Jet Hood. Have a conversation with the pitcher. LZ is having some troubles finding the strike zone here. He has walked back-to-back hitters. Bases are loaded, and he's got a 1-0 count against Caden Johnson. LZ's 1-0 pitch. Outside and low for a 2-0 count. A walk will end it. Kind of an anticlimactic way to get the victory, but Roseburg's headed that direction anyways. The 2-0 delivery. Too far inside, and it goes to a 3-0 count. Got to find the strike zone here. .3-0 pitch from LZ. Gets it across for a strike. So that'll keep the game going for at least one more pitch. Grants Pass needs one more out to force it to the 7th. The 3-1. Ground ball to third. Bobbled there. The throw to first. Not in time. Game over. And that'll wrap it up. Roseburg's going to win 13-3. The mercy rule in effect here in the bottom of the 6th. And Roseburg is a winner. They get it back into the win column, snapping their 3-game losing streak. The Indians will prove to 11-6 on the season, 8-3 in conference play. Grants Pass falls to 11-11 on the year, 3-8 in Southwest Conference play. Finishes in a bit of an anticlimactic way, but Roseburg gets the 10-run win in Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Game 2 going to be coming up in about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll come back and recap this one for you. It's the Roseburg Disposal postgame show coming up when we return on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Well, we welcome you into the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Let them make the run of the dome for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. You can give them a call at 673-7122. Well, the Roseburg Indians are victorious here today in Game 1 of our doubleheader, and they pull it off in big fashion, winning with the 10-run mercy rule in 6 innings. Final score 13-3 as we look at the Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update. The final numbers on our scoreboard today: 3 runs on 5 hits, 5 errors for Grants Pass, 13 runs on 11 hits, and 1 error for the Roseburg Indians. Big day at the plate for Roseburg, 11 hits in this one, and Roseburg had 3 players with triples, 3 doubles in the game as well. And it was a big day offensively for Roseburg, putting up 11 hits in this contest. Let's go ahead and look back at how this one played out. For the first 3 innings, it was scoreless, and then Roseburg breaks through with 7 runs in the 4th inning. They sent 11 hitters to the plate, 10 of them against starter Cade King, and Roseburg takes advantage of a few errors and puts together a triple, hit batter, 2 walks in there. But the 2 errors really ended up being the big one there that got some scoring started, and Roseburg continued to add to it from that point forward. So the Roseburg Indians getting some luck on their side, able to take advantage, and they put 7 runs across in the 4th inning. They would add 2 more in the 5th and 4 more runs in the 6th for Roseburg to get to 13 and end it early. On the other side for Grants Pass, 3 runs in the top of the 5th inning against Zach Mandera. 3 runs, only 1 of them earned against Mandera, who gets the win. Winning pitcher, Zach Mandera, gets the win, improves to 5-2 on the year. And taking the loss will be Cade King. Mandera pitches the complete game, 6 innings. Did not have to have anybody come out to throw the 7th for Roseburg in this one. Cade King only lasted 3 2/3 innings in the ball game. Roseburg putting together a nice one in the opener as they look to try and come back and from their 3-game losing streak. So they get things moving in the right direction. They'll try to pull off the season sweep against Grants Pass as the win in Game 1 gives them the series victory against the Cavemen. If they can get a win in Game 2, they'll get a series sweep against GP. We'll go ahead and take another break. When we come back, we'll look at more of the individual numbers from this one for you here today. Plus, we've got to name our South River Community Health Center Player of the Game as we continue on with more of the Roseburg Disposal postgame show here on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Back here to wrap things up with the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Let them make the run to the dome for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. Give them a call at 673-7122. Again, we'll have our South River Community Health Center player of the game coming up here in just a few moments. Let's look at the numbers here. Roseburg and Grants Pass, game 1 of the doubleheader. Grants Pass 3 runs on 5 hits, 5 errors. Roseburg 13 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. Getting the win, Zach Mandera, 6 innings work, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. And taking the loss is Cade King, 3 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, no earned runs, 3 walks, and no strikeouts for Cade King. Also pitching Sean Tobin, an inning and a third, and Ethan Elzy pitched 2/3 of an inning for Grants Pass. Offensive numbers for Grants Pass. 1 for 3 for Jet Hood with an RBI. 1 for 3 for Braden Bellum. 2 for 3 for Colby Kinkle. Ashton Derler was 1 for 3 with a run scored. And that is all of your base hits in this ball game for Grants Pass. On the other side, 3 for 4 for Spencer Six with 2 RBI in the game. Also had a walk. Let's see here. Zach Mandera, 2 for 4 with 2 RBI. 1 for 4 for Jet Black with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Jonathan Stone, 3 for 4 in the ball game with 2 runs scored. 2 for 3 for Mason Littlefield with 3 runs scored and 2 RBI. And that'll do it for Roseburg's hits in this ball game. It's time to name our South River Community Health Center player of the game. And there's a lot of great candidates for it in this one. 3 hit days for both Jonathan Stone and Spencer Six. You had Zach Mandera goes 2 for 4 with a couple of RBI in this one. Also, he pitched the game winner. He pitched all 6 innings to get the complete game victory. So a lot of great candidates. Mason Littlefield in there as well, a very valuable part of today's ball game as well. But I'm going to give it to Spencer Six. If you finish 1 hit away, and the 1 hit being a home run, of getting a cycle. He also had 2 RBI in the game, was on base every time of his of the day, reached on an error, and also had a walk in there. Real good day for Spencer Six, although you could give the award to a number of different players, but I'm going to give the award to Spencer Six, our South River Community Health Center player of the game, providing primary medical care and behavioral health care for children, teens, and adults. That's South River Community Health Center. Visit them online at south-river.org. We're going to wrap up the Roseburg Disposal postgame show there, and when we come back, we will bring you an interview we did yesterday on Off the Wall, our local sports talk show, Mondays and Fridays from 11 till 1. We had yesterday our interview with Rob Thomas, the board president of the Pacific Racing Association. We talked with Rob about the season for the races coming up at the Douglas County Speedway. Game 1 opening night of the races is tonight there at the Douglas County Speedway. So if you'd like to go, you can make your way out there this evening. But we got all the details about what's going on at the races coming up for you as we talk with Rob Thomas on the radio side of things coming up next here on The Score. As we get in between games, for those watching online, we will end the broadcast of Game 1, and we will start a new broadcast for Game 2 coming up in just a few moments as we get ready for first pitch of the second game in just a little bit. So stay with us for that. Roseburg wins 13-3 in Game 1 in 6 innings, and they get out of the doghouse breaking that 3-game losing streak and are trying to stay with the top of the Southwest Conference, see if they can do so and maybe get themselves back into first place by the end of the day. They started out things nicely with the win against Grants Pass in Game 1. Game 2 coming up soon. So if you are watching online, refresh your browser here in a few minutes, and you'll be able to find the broadcast for Game 2 here online. All right, that'll do it for us. That is the Roseburg Disposal postgame show. We'll come back and get you ready for Game 2 in just a few moments here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score. Copy that.